Now, when last year I talked about, what's it called? I talked about points and lines. Okay, so when you have many points, you can actually form a line. Okay, but what happens when two lines intersect? What happens when two lines intersect? Okay, this is just a concept part. Okay, that's why I'm recording. Okay, when two lines intersect, what occurs? Does it form another line? Does it form a point? Does it form a intersection? But at the intersection is what? What defines the intersection? Somebody said something. Oh, a common point. Okay. Now, so if I have to draw a graph here, okay, which is y and x, okay, 0. Okay, if I have these two lines here, the blue lines, these two different lines intersect at something, and they intersect at a point here. Correct? They intersect at a point. And when they intersect a point, we like to find out what is this point. Okay, this is math lah. Okay, we want to find out what is the intersection of the points. Okay, what happens? Is it possible for a third line to intersect through this point? Possible. Okay, but for now we only talk about two lines first. Okay, we talk about two lines only. Okay, now how can I find this point? Okay, this one I'm open to the floor. Okay, if you want to give a guess, how do you think we can find this point? Do we know the? Okay, very good question you ask. Do we know the coordinates? Any coordinates that we know? Anything else that you all need to know to be able to find the intersection? Aiden? Both the equations of the line. Okay, very good. We need the equations of the line. Anything else do you think we can use to find the intersection between two lines? Jinsing? Any guess? Okay, no worries. Okay, so another thing we can actually think about is I'm going to draw back to these coordinates. You can just actually plot out a table of values of points. Correct? So for example, I have y equals to 2x, one graph, and my second is y equals to x plus 2. Okay, you all know how to do table of values. This table of values is something you all see before. Correct or not? Okay, so when x equals to 0, y equals to 0, x equals to 1, 2, and x equals to 2, this is 4. For this, same thing, I try something like that. X equals to 1 is 3. Sorry, it's just 2. Sorry. 2, 3, 4. And then we realize there is a common point, correct or not? See, there's a common point here, which is 2, 4. Which this point lies on y equals to 2x. At the same time, it lies at x plus 2. Make sense? It's a common point, and we call this the intersection point. Okay? At the same time, we also can say that this is a solution. Why? Remember in Sec 1 you did you solve linear equations, but with only one variable. For example, 2x plus 3 equals to x minus 5. Remember this? And how you solve it? You bring over 2x minus x equals to negative 5 minus 3. X is equals to negative 8. And what do we call this actually? We call this a solution. Simple, right? It's a solution to this equation. Okay, these are lines, right? Okay, this is a solution. In the same way, this intersection point is also a solution for these two equations when I intersect them. Okay, so when I say intersection, when I say solution, I'm actually meaning this entire coordinate. Or we can actually just say x equals to 2 or y equals to 4. Right? I'm just putting the coordinates there. Okay? And the first method we already know because you all have done this before. It's called the table of values. Okay, one of the method to find intersection. Okay. Now the second one is actually very obvious. Okay, in your notes I already wrote there already. Okay, the second one is called the graphical method. If I don't want to use this table of values, I can actually just draw the graphs. Right? I just draw the graphs properly on the graph, find the intersection, find what is the coordinate of the intersection. Okay? I'm going to show you all for this again. Okay, when it comes to this, okay, how to actually quickly draw the graph. You need to draw the graph on the same graph. Don't draw two separate graphs. Yes. Okay, just draw on one graph like that. Okay. How can I draw the graph faster? I don't want to, spend so much time. Of course, you need to draw exact according to the graph I have given you. But this is the reason why you have Desmos. Use Desmos. All you need to do is type it in. Okay. Desmos. Okay, you can use our Desmos app. It's not student Desmos. Just go to Desmos. If you use a computer, what you're actually looking for is the graphing calculator. Okay, what you're looking for is there's no activity, but what you're looking for is the graphing calculator. Okay, if you are very scared to plot points, okay, on your paper, do it on something like that. This is how Desmos looks. Now you look at this bar on your phones or on your tablets tablets similar. On your phones is at the bottom. Okay, what you can do is type in the equation that you want. We had y equals to 2x and y equals to x plus 2, correct? So I'm going to type in y equals to 2x. Okay, so that's my first equation. You can do it as I do it. Okay, you press enter, it will pop out like that. This is my y equals to 2x graph. Okay, it's indicated in red, so the color here will tell you what kind of graph it is. Okay, now the next one is I want to do a y equals to x plus 2 graph. Okay, and I have my y equals to x plus 2 graph, which is in blue. Okay, very easy. Then from here, all I can do is, okay, on the screen you can just zoom in and see what's the intersection point. And we know the intersection point here is 2, 4. This is how we read off the graph to find out what's the intersection point. Simple. But all you need to do is just transfer whatever you draw, or whatever you plot into paper lah, which is to draw it. Okay, so drawing will be a problem for some of you. Okay, but don't worry, that's why I'm here. Okay, you may ask me, can I do unique things with this? Yeah, you can do many things with this. I can even denote the point here. So can you all see that I've denoted the point 2, 4, which is the intersection point here. Okay, this is how you should write coordinates. Coordinates are like that. Okay, you want to do